The Chesapeake Bay is a very complex ecosystem with many kinds of wildlife habitats, including forests, wetlands, rivers, and the Bay Estuary itself. The bay supports over 3,600 species of plants and animal life, including more than 300 fish species and 2,700 plant types, making it one of the most diverse estuaries in the world. Some of the most endangered species in the bay are sturgeon, dwarf wedge mussel, and Maryland darter. Some of the main tertiary consumers in this biome are the adult striped bass, cobia, and ospreys. Some of the main producers in the bay are phytoplankton, eelgrass, and hydrilla. Warming water temperatures and prolonged periods of extreme weather have already been observed in the region. Other impacts include a rise in coastal flooding and shoreline erosion and changes in wildlife abundance and migration patterns. Humans have also made a big impact on the bay, creating a 17.6-mile-long bridge that cars can drive on to easily cross the water. Today, the bay brings serious health concerns to humans and wildlife, as the water is being polluted with chemicals and waste, creating multiple dead zones in the bay where there is no life. This is a food web showing how energy flows through the ecosystem in the Chesapeake Bay. Here we can see that plants in the ecosystem are producers. They are classified as autotrophs because they can make their own food. Each one of these species play a role in interacting with each other in the ecosystem. Algae and underwater grasses release oxygen during photosynthesis. Water flows in the bay from streams, rivers, and the ocean. Plants give off this oxygen in the water and help other organisms live and thrive in the environment.
In the Chesapeake Bay Estuary, there are many living organisms in the biome, but there are some that are endangered. Some of the endangered species are dwarf wedge mussels and Maryland darter. Dwarf wedge mussels have become endangered in 1990 due to the fact of rapid land development in the surrounding area. This has led to a degraded water quality. The dwarf wedge mussels rely on a handful of host fish, which is stopping them from relocating to healthier and cleaner waters. Scientists are continuing to monitor the mussels' population and their changing habitat conditions to aid the mussels' recovery. The last recorded sighting of the Maryland darter was back in 1988. These species have either gone extinct or have become endangered due to the degraded local water quality. These fish are dependent on clean water and swiftly flowing streams. Scientists are continuing to search for the fish, even with the fears that they are extinct. How can you help? Back in 2009, Chesapeake Bay launched the Choose Clean Water Coalition to help advocate with restoring the thousands of streams and rivers that flow into the bay. It brings over 200 organizations together to advocate for clean water. By going to choosecleanwater.org, you can see all the ways you can help save Chesapeake Bay. The average rainfall in Chesapeake Bay is around 44 inches. That is 6 more inches than the United States average. The temperature through the year ranges from 36 to 88 degrees, the coldest month being January and the hottest being July. The peak travel times is during the summer months, when people wear shorts and t-shirts as the temperature stays around the 80s. During the year, the bay tends to get a good amount of sunlight in, which results in the growth of aquatic grass in the bay.